Hello and welcome back. Today is an invitation to see things differently. That's why the title is What is the World? It's something that we're going to talk about here. And the invitation is for you to see things differently. This, after all, is a course in mind training. Course in Miracles makes that abundantly clear. And as you study and practice this material, it is even more abundantly clear that it's all about the mind. So it's true, if you've not heard, that there is no world. This is the central teaching of A Course in Miracles. You are not a body. No, you're not. You're not a physical body. This organism is 80% water and doesn't last. You are the Son of God, which is not 80% water and is eternal. So when we look at the title question here, what is the world? It's nothing. It's simply an illusion. Anything at all that transforms or changes in any way, including energy, anything that shifts, that changes appearances, that changes properties, that moves from a solid to a liquid to a gas, anything that transforms in any way is illusion. Our reality is one with God, in God. The Son of God is the thought of God, the extension of God, God's creation. This is who we are. It is eternal. It is utterly and completely unchanging. The world is changing, and the physical body is most certainly changing. So when we say there is no body, there's no world, that is the case. That's true, that there's not. However, here in what we call our life on Earth, it looks like it's all solid and real, and it feels solid and real. When you stub your toe, you might experience physical pain. We're subject to these laws that we've made up, like gravity and all of the laws of Newtonian physics that seem to govern the illusion. Well, and they do govern the illusion. And even physics is going a little bit further and learning more and more. Quantum physics indicates that things don't actually exist, but they have a tendency to exist. That's another way of saying everything that you look at here in the world is illusion. They may not go so far as to say that, but why can't we? Remember, this is spirituality here. There is no world. You are the Son of God, which is spirit. Not flesh and bone, and certainly not 80% water. An organism that can't stand the prick of a pin, yet in time utterly loses itself and decomposes. I know, right? I invite you to just take that statement for what it is. Nothing here in this world is permanent. It's not our home. So what do we do while we're here? We're here so that we may awaken, right? We're not really here. This is appearance. This is appearance. As I'm fond of saying, this is an appearance. It is a projected image on your screen. It's pixelated and projected by this equipment. How, I have no idea. There's a microphone right off camera over here with which I'm speaking to you. There's a ring light and a webcam and stuff. And this machine is plugged into the wall through this thing that we call electrical power, and all of that. When something lands for you, it's your inner teacher. That's who we're going to talk about for the remainder of this discussion. Your inner teacher, who points you in the right direction, who guides you back home. So the world is ultimately nothing. The physical body, too, is ultimately nothing. This does not mean, however, that you can just check out. That's not your role, to check out and say something along the lines of, well, why should I bother? Why should I care? It's not real anyway. So I'm just going to sit on the couch. I'm going to hit the bong. I'm going to pop all my pills and get drunk. Right? I'm going to check out and watch Netflix for the rest of my life, because why bother? People fall into this trap, and it is a trap. Legitimate spiritual students, earnest spiritual seekers, fall into this nihilistic trap. So, how to stay out of that? Yes, this is not real. It's not you. It's not you. So when we say the world is nothing, the ego is nothing, the body is nothing, it doesn't mean that you're nothing. You're the Son of God. You are the thought of God. You are God's creation. Do you exist? Well, yeah, you have life. It's not existence as an independent unit in the world. You're right where you've always been, at home in God. And God is life itself. So no need to hit the bong on the couch. No need to check out. In fact, don't do that. That's as close to a direct order as the Holy Spirit will ever give you. And why are we saying that? Because there are people out there that only you can reach. There are people out there that will respond better to your teaching than they will to mine or to anyone else's in the world. You have that particular connection with them, whether you've met them right now or not, or whether you will in the future. But you are their teacher. And when the time comes, they will learn best from you. You must stay here in the best health that you're capable of being in mentally and emotionally, right? Because the physical body follows the mind. The body is an effect. The mind is the cause. This is a course in mind training. When we change our mind about everything, then the physical body will follow that. Now, will this necessarily cure you of a chronic or long-term ailment if you have one? No, not necessarily. No, not necessarily. What I invite you to consider is that healing the physical body is not the point. Healing is actually done at the level of the mind. That's what we're here to do, is to heal the mind. How do we do that? Share our inner teacher with our brother. Share the Holy Spirit with your brother. That's how. Forgive. Extend love. Allow your inner teacher to speak through you while you step aside. It's powerful. We're invited to see the world as the Holy Spirit sees it, which is as a teaching device for bringing us home. As a teaching device. So for us, it's a giant classroom, isn't it? It's a learning opportunity. Everything that we see constitutes the raw material for our awakening. Everything that's beautiful is symbolic of our oneness, of our love, of our joy, our limitlessness as Christ. Everything. Everything that is painful or that is not pure joy in the world, anything painful, anything that we deem disgusting or that enrages us, that makes us feel badly, makes us anxious or depressed, sad, that's all the raw material for awakening too. It's an opportunity for us to forgive. True forgiveness. I invite you to see the body as a communication device. And that's what it is. It's a communication device for reaching those whom you're to reach. And as you teach them, you also learn. Learning and teaching go hand in hand. They're exactly the same thing. That's why these videos and my Patreon page, all of the teaching that I do is my own learning program. I'm a course student right along with all of you. That's very, very important for you to know. I'm not different from any of you. So when you see me show up as calm, when you see me forgive, when you see me go deep and extend love to all of you, see yourself. Really, we're not different. There's nothing that I can do that you cannot also do. There's nothing special at all about me. We all have the exact same capabilities. Will we use all of those capabilities in this lifetime as directed by our inner teacher? Well, maybe not, because your teaching is going to look differently than mine. Why? You will reach different people. And incidentally, it's not required that you start a YouTube channel and turn on a camera and microphone. This is the way I've been instructed to reach the Son of God. You may be instructed completely differently. That is only the outward form that differs. The content of the message is exactly the same. That's the important part. The world is a giant classroom. It's an opportunity for us to awaken. The physical body is a communication mechanism. We're all invited to see these things that way. That way, they're helpful, and it helps us to avoid that nihilistic trap of not giving a damn and going off to the couch to get drunk and watch television 24/7. Nah, not helpful. That's not helping the Son of God. That's making the world real, isn't it? Yeah. It's not. It's not real. It's a giant classroom for us in which we awaken, which we all will do in time. When? I don't know. The essence of accepting what A Course in Miracles refers to as the atonement, the essence of accepting atonement for ourselves, which is what we're invited to do, is the recognition, the acknowledgement that the separation never occurred. We've never left God. We're still at home in God. Quick, who are you? Ideas leave not their source. And that's a very powerful statement that's repeated in many places throughout A Course in Miracles. As the thought of God, of course, you're an idea, so am I. We've never left our source. Capital S. So what is the world? It's our opportunity to awaken. And ultimately, it's nothing. But here, while we've endowed it with reality, it's our opportunity to listen to the voice for God, to listen to our inner teacher, and allow our perception to be reinterpreted so that we see things as they are rather than how we have made them to be, rather than how we want them to be. Because the ego wants all of this to be real, like our biology textbooks say it is. Yet deep down, we know that's not the case. So here today is a powerful message that you'd do very well to contemplate. Now, if you don't agree with any of this, that's all right, isn't it? We're invited here. You're specifically invited to question everything. This is very, very good and very, very useful on the spiritual path. Don't stop with questioning the image on your screen. Don't stop with questioning Jesus, who dictated A Course in Miracles, and he knows what he's talking about. Don't stop with just questioning him. Don't stop with questioning Helen Schuckman and William Thetford, the scribes of the Course. Don't stop with questioning Ken Wapnick, who is largely responsible for the editing and dissemination of this material throughout the world. Don't stop with questioning them. Keep going. I invite you. Question the very foundations of everything that you've ever been taught. Don't stop. Leave no stone unturned, no hidden corners, nothing left for you to come and dig up later. Question everything you now believe. Just that. I invite you to do that. And as we go forward and the ego screams and shouts at you to turn this off, to put this down and go hit the bong and watch Netflix, or whatever else it would have you do that has nothing to do with true forgiveness of the Son of God, as you go forward, asking these questions, I invite you to be honest, 100% deeply, truly, and if you prefer, brutally honest with yourself. Are you, in fact, in your questioning the very foundations of everything you now believe? Or are you stopping short of that? Only you would know. Well, your inner teacher knows, but your inner teacher's not going to smack you. Not at all. Your inner teacher is love, kind, and points, and the call goes out to you all of the time. It's up to you to hear it and to choose to listen. And having listened to your inner teacher, it's up to you to act on your inner teacher's guidance, on its suggestions and advice. Remember, the world, while nothing, ultimately, is, while we appear to be here and we're not awake, it's our giant classroom for us to wake up. I invite you to see everything that comes up as the raw material for awakening, because that is what all of this is. It's an opportunity to truly forgive the Son of God. So that's the injunction that we all have. That's what we're invited to do. So naturally, that's what I invite you to do today. we've said a lot today. Inevitably, questions arise, and that is a very good thing on the path. If you have questions and you'd like to ask here in this forum, please feel welcome to do so. Comments are also more than welcome, and the subscription button is just here, the red arrow. Please go ahead and subscribe to this channel if you've not already. We'd love to have you join us. These videos appear several times a week, and it is an international community. The consistency is important on the path. So if you're sincere about the study and practice of A Course in Miracles, do hit that subscribe button. We'd love to have you. And thank you. I will see you very soon.